That cheese oozing out. Oh yeah, these are gonna be good. What's up everybody? Jay here with Jay's Backyard Cooking. And today we're getting into a Texas Twinkie, my style. Let's get into it. So what I mean by my style on this Texas Twinkie is I'm not gonna use any meat in this one. I have some fresh mozzarella cheese that I'm going to use to stuff the jalapenos. And then as far as the wrapping goes, I have some pan sausage from a local meat market here in town. We didn't know what to do with it. So I decided what better way to use it up or get rid of it than to make Texas Twinkies. So no meat going in this one. It's just gonna be the jalapeno, the fresh mozzarella cheese, some pan sausage, and wrapped in bacon. For the seasoning, I know I normally don't do it, but today we're going with the Meat Church Holy Cow. First things first is I purposely bought the fattest jalapenos that I could find just to get rid of this meat in a hurry. I figured the bigger I make them, the faster we'll get rid of them. So what I'm gonna do is I think I have too many jalapenos as far as just because of how big they are, but I'm gonna go ahead and boil them all just to make sure that I get it all said and done so that I don't have any leftovers. And then whatever jalapenos I don't use, I'll just toss them. They didn't cost very much, so shouldn't be that big of a deal. As far as cleaning out the insides, I just grab a normal spoon, dig into it on one side, and just scrape. Take out as much or as little of that vein as you like. Keep them together because we're gonna have to put them basically back together once we're ready to encase them. Be careful with the eyes. These are pretty juicy. I just felt something splash on my chin. So keep the scraping away from you, away from your face for sure. We'll get these rinsed off and set aside. All right, once we got these cleaned up, we'll set them out on the cutting board. Again, I'm just gonna act like I'm making them all. I'm not sure if I have enough meat to actually encase them, but we're gonna act like we do. So, take out the mozzarella cheese. One thing for sure, that in the process of boring out jalapenos, you will get the runs, your nose running, and you will start sneezing a lot probably. So that's what's going on with me right now. But we get the mozzarella. You can use string cheese, I think. I decided to go real mozzarella just because you can make it as simple as you want or as hard as you want, but this is what well, fallen soldiers, this is what we're looking for, like right here. And then we get the other piece and we're just gonna enclose it just like this. The meat will wrap around here. Move these aside. Let's get this meat open. And from here, just gonna grab a handful, flatten it out, you grab your first Twinkie here, you're gonna set that right in the middle, and then just grab the meat and gently fold it over. encasing the whole jalapeno. Come to think about it, maybe this is an armadillo egg, not a Texas Twinkie. So we'll continue on with that. We may not have enough to do all of them. I didn't think we would. So let's take these bigger ones. We'll encase that one. Get a nice shape all the way around. Looks almost like a dinosaur egg or something. So like that. I'm gonna keep going, see how many we get. The 2 of these now. We'll add the seasoning. It's enough to get everything coated. Then from there, we'll open up the bacon and we'll lay it out. I'm thinking 2 to 3 slices per. We'll figure that out as we go. So we're just gonna lay them out. The slices kind of stretched out a little bit here. Get this first one. We're just gonna wrap it all the way around. Where that one ends, we start the next one. It's getting some nice coverage on as much of it as possible. Just like that. Put that one aside, we'll go on to the next one. I'm gonna try to wrap the ends on this one first, and then we'll go through. And do the actual wrap, just like that. That way we get the ends covered up as well.
That one.
Not perfect, but we'll keep going. Just like that. Let me get some mess cleaned up and we'll be right back. All right, now from here, what I'm gonna do, because I'm actually not cooking these today. I'm cooking these tomorrow for dinner because they shouldn't take too long to cook. I'm planning on throwing them on the smoker as soon as I get home. And I'm thinking every bit of maybe an hour to get these cooked up for dinner tomorrow. So I have some plastic wrap that I'm going to lay out. And I'm gonna wrap these as tight as I can in the plastic wrap to keep them together. And then I also think letting them sit in the refrigerator in this plastic wrap as tight as possible will help keep everything together once I throw them in the smoker. Keep them looking like a JBC Armadillo egg. And that is it. I'm gonna get these put in the refrigerator and we'll be back tomorrow. All right, here we are a day later, actually 2 days later. These sat in the refrigerator for 2 days and they've gotten pretty firm, which is exactly what I was looking for. You saw me get the Traeger started. I got that set up to 300. I'm not gonna tempt these. I'm just gonna continue watching them and checking on them every 15, 20 minutes. And then once I like the color of them, then I'll pull them and that should be good enough. Let's go outside. And like I said, basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unwrap these. I'm gonna put them in. I did bring the Holy Cow seasoning. I'm gonna put some more all the way around it before I put them in there, set them in there. I also brought a knife just in case it was a little hard to open. So basically, we're just gonna grab one, try to find the wrapper just like this. They're gonna stay firm. It's perfect, exactly what I wanted. Open this up and then sprinkle some more seasoning on there, as much or as little as you want. And then we're gonna set them in there. I said we'll check them every 15, 20 minutes until I like how they look. All right, after about the hour mark, I turned the temperature up to 300. It's during the week and we're trying to eat already. It's getting kind of late, so I can smell the bacon already. I can tell it's getting crispy. So I do have my basting brush and I do have the Cosmos cherry habanero sauce now that I'm gonna coat these with. I'm gonna let them go for about another 10 minutes and we're gonna be done. Squirt. As much or as little with this barbecue sauce that you want. And then with that basting brush. Get a nice coating. This side, roll it over. Like I said, these are almost done. Probably gonna go another 10 minutes just for this barbecue sauce to tack up. 10 more minutes, almost dinner time. All right, these are done. Let's cut into one of them so I can show you what it looks like. That cheese oozing out. Oh yeah, these are gonna be good. All right, I'm gonna get these served up. It's dinner time. If you like what you saw here, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment. Anything helps. We'll see you next time. You know, folks, today's lesson didn't come from a self-help book, a therapist, or even the fine people at the grocery store. No, it came from 2 packs of pan sausage sitting in the freezer judging me. Now my wife, God love her, has been on me about using up all the meat in the freezer before our upcoming 13-day vacation. We're not leaving anything in the freezer, she says, just in case. But just in case what? A power outage? A meat apocalypse? Raccoons learning how to pick locks? We don't know, and we're not asking questions. So what did I do? I grabbed that sausage, a pack of bacon, and a chunk of cheese, mixed it up, wrapped it around some jalapenos, and made some JBC Style Armadillo Eggs. And let me tell you, they were so good, it would question a vegetarian's choices. Smoky, cheesy, spicy. The kind of food that makes you sit back and say, yeah, I handled that. But here's the thing. It wasn't about the sausage. It wasn't about the jalapenos. It wasn't even me pretending to be a backyard pit master. It was about peace. Because at the end of the day, you can argue about what's in the freezer, or you can fire up the smoker and turn potential marital tension into melted mozzarella magic. And that, my friends, is growth. See, marriage isn't about being right. It's about being smart. And sometimes being smart is realizing that happy wife, happy life isn't surrender. It's strategy. It's understanding that using up that pan sausage today might just earn you brownie points tomorrow. So if you've got meat in the freezer and a wife giving you that look, don't fight it. Season it, wrap it, smoke it, and serve it with a smile. Because in the great arena of marriage, the real winners aren't the ones who argue. They're the ones who make armadillo eggs. So until next time, keep the grills hot and the seasoning simple.